Hey YouTube, long time no see. It's Dan back with another video about my DVD collection. You can see a portion of the Blu-rays and DVDs behind me, as well as some of my little Lego decorations that I've done. The DeLorean is back down here. And hello to reddit.com/r/DVD collection. This video would not be possible without you guys, seeing how you guys are the ones who do the collection spotlight every week, every 2 weeks. I forget exactly how often it is. You guys know me as HWLights92 on there, but you know that because you're seeing that I'm posting this link. Okay, anyway, yeah, so Reddit DVD collection subreddit does a collection spotlight, and this week's, even though I know this video is a little late, is your favorite pieces of cover art, so I'm going to break down some of my favorites for you guys now. Enjoy. If you guys saw my latest DVD update post that I did over on Imgur with all my Instagram photos, and then I posted onto the DVD collection subreddit, you guys will know that this one's actually one of the newest pieces of my collection, something I was really excited to pick up after seeing the Grand Budapest Hotel. I decided I wanted to start looking into Wes Anderson's films and starting to watch those, so I decided to pick up The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, starring Bill Murray. And, you know, this slipcover, let's face it, it's pretty awesome. However, this is some of the nicest cover art I've seen on something in a long time. Right there. I love the way that's drawn. I just love how beautiful that is. I mean, Criterion DVDs and Blu-rays are very high quality, and this just shows the level of effort that goes into these. I love the color scheme of this cover. I love the way it's designed. Even the back, the way the picture kind of continues around. I think that's really cool. So this is definitely one of my favorite pieces of cover art. Anyone who knows me knows that I am a big Kevin Smith fan. I really do enjoy watching his films, but out of all the films he's ever done, the only one that's ever had a cover that's really spoke to me was Mallrats. I mean, you know, this movie, it's about, you know, Kevin Smith-esque characters spending all day at the mall, and if I remember correctly, one of these characters went on to work on a comic book in one of the later films, I think. It's been a while since I've sat down and watched them, but, you know, this cover, it really keeps in theme with the whole comic book, geek culture. You got Stan Lee on there. That's just another one of those covers that I think is totally awesome. I mean, it is. Say what you will about the edits that George Lucas made to some of the films for this release, but I've always enjoyed the cover of the Star Wars Complete Saga on Blu-ray. This is one of those film sets where the cover on the outside is just as beautiful as the cover on the inside. Once you get inside the set, you see that there's a book and it's got the cover from the slipcase. But then when you open up and actually go to each film, there's actually a piece of art that reflects that film. These are all done almost painting style. I really like this one for Revenge of the Sith. It's got Obi-Wan and Anakin during their fight on Mustafar. And it's got the very dark look of Anakin Skywalker after he turns to Darth Vader. You know, it's got this beautiful painting of Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, and Mark Hamill from A New Hope, Yoda and Dagobah for The Empire Strikes Back, and, you know, another beautiful painting for Return of the Jedi with Darth Vader versus Luke Skywalker with the Emperor watching. And then even the bonus discs have beautiful art that accompanies them. This one's always fun, you know. Pissed off Harrison Ford with all the Ewoks. And then this one, which kind of, I never really understood what this was supposed to be. I think this one's more of a joke, if anything. But it's still absolutely beautiful just to see the way the art looks in this. And then they had this beautiful thing they did in the back where they had all the different Star Wars characters. You know, Mace Windu, Count Dooku, Luke and Leia and Han and Chewie and Vader and Jar Jar and Qui-Gon and the droids and Grievous and Jabba and Bib Fortuna. And I'm going to stop now because I'm really showing how big of a geek I really am. The other thing I really love in my collection are steelbooks. Now, I don't have time to show every steelbook I have, so I just grabbed a couple that really jumped out at me when I was pulling for this video. The first one is Watchmen Director's Cut. This was one of the, if I'm not mistaken, one of the first run ones they did for like the comic book steelbooks that had come out, and then they had certain ones that came out too that weren't as comic booky. Actually, my next one's the really comic booky one. But, you know, Watchmen, and then on the back, I thought this was cool. You've got, I think that's the comedian crap, it's been a while since I've watched this movie, but you know, you see him falling down to the street in that shot from the beginning of the movie, and then on the front you've got the smiley face doomsday clock. So that's awesome. Yeah. The Incredible Hulk, starring Edward Norton. This was one of the comic book inspired Steelbooks that they did, and then they did a whole run of these for like Big Lebowski and Doom and, oh man, I forget the other ones, but they had a whole bunch of them. They had like a display at Walmart, and then there was a display they had set up at Best Buy at one point, and then they were on Amazon for a while. And, you know, I had never seen this movie, so I decided to pick this up, and it had this awesome art. The back, kind of like a normal DVD case, not so much in theme, but definitely there, and then also a really awesome spine that fits in with it too. Yeah. Marvel has their whole cinematic universe going at full steam right now, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the Iron Man 2-disc edition on DVD. As you can see, the slipcover is incredibly shiny, and you can actually see the arc reactor in his chest, but that's actually cut out, that portion of the cover, because when you take it out of the slipcover, see if I can do this with one hand here. Kind of working weird. It's actually underneath Tony Stark with the arc reactor, so that shows through. And then on the back, it's got Iron Man. So all of that is incredibly awesome. And even though I can't stand the material that this cover is actually made out of, Peter Jackson's The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, I picked this one up at Best Buy back when the movie first came out. It's got this lithographic cover that switches between Bilbo Baggins and Smeagol, or Gollum. I forget which one he went by in the film. So, yeah, that one also incredibly awesome. I'm looking forward to when the sequel for this comes out. And eventually I think I'm going to pick up the extended cuts as well. As much as I hated the Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds that Warner Brothers put out, I really do enjoy the character, and I felt that as a Green Lantern fan, it was my civic duty to own a copy of the film. I was just holding off for as long as humanly possible. None of the covers really spoke to me, you know, none of the prices really spoke to me until I saw this Steelbook edition that they did that I thought was really cool. I mean, the cover, it's very similar to the regular Green Lantern cover, and then it's got the spine with the Green Lantern, but then what really sold me on it is the back of this, where it's got the giant ring of power made out of rock, which I thought was really cool. So yeah, those are my favorite covers and pieces of cover art. I actually went back and recorded the Iron Man and Hobbit section, so all in all I actually did 8 covers instead of 6. Remember, you know, you can always find me on Instagram, HollywoodLights1992. You know, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it, twitter.com/DanStransky. Check out my blog. There should be a link somewhere on my page. I'm getting ready to relaunch that whole thing. So, yeah. See ya. I'm just kidding. I had to stop in for one more thing. This one isn't actually officially on my list of favorite pieces of cover art, but I really get a good laugh out of it every time I see it, so I figured I would share this one too. Episodes, the complete first and second season. It's totally pointless cover design, but it's kind of amusing, you know. Matt LeBlanc's just lounging there in a raft, all happy and goofy, and they show how they feel. I mean, I like this show, but, you know, I would have designed a better cover for this if I had done it. So, yeah, now I'm really going. Good night, everyone.